Mary Ellen had chipping red fingernail polish, dark eyes, and smelled like a combination of Bonnie Bell lip gloss and a cigarette falling apart in the bottom of her suede purse. I knew how Mary Ellen smelled and how her skin felt because once after class, she and I were the last two people left roaming the halls of the dark church playing sardines, the youth group version of hide and seek. The rule said that as each person found those hiding, they crawled into the hiding place with them. Eventually, only a few stragglers remained, wandering the tile hallways alone with only the occasional light through the church's stern 16-pane windows to guide them. You didn't want to be the last one left. You could not end sardines by calling out, "I quit!" You had to keep looking until you found everyone waiting somewhere in the dark for you. Mary Ellen and I found each other by the half door to the crawl space in the wall of the fellowship hall where they stored folding tables between church suppers, a favorite hiding place because it could hold so many people. She touched my sleeve and I swatted at her hand in the dark like you would at a June bug trying to hang on. "Shit, sorry, oh my God," she said, "who is this?" I did not need to ask her. "Thank God it's you," she said. "Have you seen anybody else?" "Not for a long time," she said, whimpering a little. "Shh," I said, taking charge. We stood still, Mary Ellen squeezing my arm. "That's it, they've all found each other," she said. Another rule said you couldn't pair off to search. It unfairly minimized the shock and fear when you heard the collective rustling of clothing in the dark rising to greet you. "I'm not letting go of your arm," Mary Ellen said, "rule or no rule." She pulled me into the crawl space. "Are we sure they aren't in here?" We both felt into the darkness, touching spider webs, exposed cement blocks, the bowels of the church. On what felt like a tabletop, I touched what I hoped was jelly. Aside from each other's, we felt no clothing or skin. "They aren't here," she said. She sat and pulled me down next to her. She put her fingers between mine. "Whatever happens, don't let go of me," she said. "I won't." For different reasons, neither of us wanted to start seeking again. "I refuse to keep looking," Mary Ellen said. "I've had a hard day. When we find them, I'll have a heart attack. You won't leave me, will you?" "I wouldn't leave you," I said, and then I added, "I'm not going out there alone." So she wouldn't know how much I longed to stay there in the crawl space with her. We hid like that for what seemed like half an hour. For a while, she nervously rubbed her thumb back and forth over my hand. I tried to count the number of times just to keep myself from touching her back. If I had, she would have known I hadn't done so out of fear. When Mary Ellen felt good and ready, we found the others in the chancel area under the massive church organ. One of the boys lay camouflaged across its pedals in a black and white rugby shirt. Before someone turned on the lights, Mary Ellen squeezed my hand one last time and then turned it loose.